Would you believe me if I told you that just a few small changes to your weekly routine can make a massive difference to your healthy eating habits over time? Well, it's true. Keep watching to learn about my 7 strategies for success when creating and maintaining a healthy eating plan. Be sure to watch to the end to get my #1 golden rule. It's a game changer and it's worth the wait. Let's get started. Strategy number 1, tracking. I know you knew I was probably going to say tracking, but not for the reasons that you think. Most people I know who start out tracking their calories are tracking way too low. I don't know where the number came from, whether it was the app or whether it was something they heard in their head. I'm only allowed 1,000 calories. I'm only allowed 1,200 calories. The calories are always way too low. Every single person that I know who's done this without fail has hit their calorie target by lunchtime and is now depressed because they need to go to bed hungry. And that's no fun. That's demotivating. So the whole plan goes out the window before the day is even done. What good is that? Don't track to hit a specific target, which is usually way too restrictive. Just track for awareness. It makes all the difference. When you're just tracking everything you put in your mouth and everything that goes into the food that goes into your mouth, like the oil that you cook with, the sauces, the dressings that go onto the salads, the cookies, the things that you're drinking, don't leave anything out. Don't judge. Just observe. First things first, stick with it for 7 full days, including a full weekend. Even if you're out to eat and it's maybe impossible to just scan a barcode or know exactly what you're eating, do your best to break it down. Let's say it was a burger. I had one white roll, I had 200-gram beef patty, I had half a tomato, I had 1 cup of French fries, vanilla milkshake 500 ml, whatever it is that you ate when you were out, just break it down. And my best tip is to overestimate what you've eaten, because often we underestimate what we've eaten. It's a form of self-sabotage in the subconscious. So if you overestimate what you're eating, then you're probably going to hit it on the button. Once you've got 7 to 10 days of data, you'll be able to look back and go, these are my habits. I can immediately see where I'm going wrong. I shouldn't be having that tea time biscuit every day. Or instead of having the Coca-Cola, I'm going to have a Coke Light. Or instead of having a burger, I'm going to have a burger with half a bun. Or I'm going to have a bunless burger because I've already gone over my carbs and I'd rather eat the rice than eat the bread. So you know deep down what you should be eating more of and what you should be eating less of. And once you have a look at your habits over time, you'll be able to make those changes. When you're looking to make changes and you're looking to hit goals, then look to professional for help, look to professional for guidance to calculate that for you, for your specific body type and goal. Don't just take what the app says or do what your friend's doing, because we're all unique and we're all different. Tip number 2, cooking at home versus eating out. Obviously, because this makes tracking easier, but also because you can control exactly what goes into the meal. You can control how much fats are in there, how much sugars are in there, which sauces you use, etc. If you do this most of the time, and I'm talking like 4 to 5 times, 5 to 7 times, just most of the time, 80-20, you are off to a great start, because you can control the portion as well, and you're generally going to make healthier choices. When chefs cook, the food tastes great. It's loaded with fats and salts, that's why. But when you cook at home, you can recreate versions of your favorite food, but in a more healthy way. Tip number 3, which leads off with the last point, meal prep. Yes, you knew I was going to say meal prep. I know you knew I was going to say meal prep, but guys, meal prep, it's underrated. It doesn't have to be complicated. It's not that hard and it doesn't take long. If you've got a dishwasher, all the better. Then you're one step ahead of me, because I've got to wash by hand. But it only takes 2 to 3 hours to just prepare 2 to 3 proteins, 2 grains, and maybe a starch like a potato or a sweet potato, a massive tray or 2 of roasted veggies, maybe some raw veggies cut up and ready to go. Grab your tubs of hummus, your cottage cheese, your overnight oats pots, chia seed pudding, egg muffins, boiled eggs. Just prep it all and store it separately so that you've got food to last you at least till Wednesday night or Thursday lunchtime. That way you're less likely to veer off track and give into that lunchtime takeaway or stop in at the drive-through on your way back from gym. We know it happens. Don't worry. We've all been there. But guys, if there's food at home, then you are on your way to success, because you are dodging that. You'll also save yourself a lot of money. Tip number 4, clean protein powder. What do I mean clean protein powder? I mean protein powder that's not loaded with fillers and sugars and sweeteners. So check the back of the ingredients, make sure it's not a circus. The least ingredients would be the best. That's great for post-recovery, for workouts. So within 40 minutes of your workout, that's one meal already sorted. Boom. 30 to 40 grams of protein in a single to double scoop. Boom, done. Next things for emergencies. I always used to have protein powder in my drawer at work, as well as rice cakes and peanut butter and apples in the fridge and all sorts of snacks that I would keep there for those moments when somebody would pass around the biscuits at tea time. Be prepared, guys. Have your protein powder at the ready. Protein bars also work really well. Tip number 5. This goes along with the protein bar story. Find healthier substitutes for the unhealthy high sugar, high fat treats that you guys have been eating. For example, chocolate. Replace your chocolate with protein bar. When you're eating a protein bar, you probably get full and you won't want to eat the whole thing. So even half a protein bar is going to kill that craving. The other thing, if you're not eating protein bars, you can always go for dark chocolate. I like 85% up, just because it's so bitter that you don't need or want more than one square. Gets those endorphins going, hits the magnesium targets. It's great. A healthy substitute for crisps when I started out was to choose popcorn or like flavored rice cakes. The other thing that you can have once you get really super good is carrots and hummus, like raw carrots, raw cucumbers, or maybe a cottage cheese dip, which is high in protein with other crudités. Those type of things work really well as substitutes for crisps. But instead of ice cream, I make myself like one of those like Wendy's style milkshakes, which is just ice, almond milk, protein powder, cocoa powder, vanilla essence, maybe a date for iron and other things. And that hits the spot brilliantly. You can also make nice green bowls, which is frozen bananas blended up with other fruits. I always add protein powder. Protein in everything. Tip number 6. Is it 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one's going to blow your mind. Set alarms for meal timing. Guys, couldn't be simpler. You're automating your life. Your meals are prepped. They're healthy. They're clean. You know what's in them. And now you get told when to eat them, which means you don't have to think about the fact that you're hungry or when you get to eat next, because all you have to do is wait for the alarm to go off. Just set it for every 3 hours or around your schedule and when you know that you would be able to eat. And then every time you think about eating or you get stressed or distracted, you can tell yourself it's not time yet. It's unbelievable what it does for your brain. And now, without further ado, our final top golden game-changing absolute winner of a strategy. Are you ready? Drum roll. It's to learn about nutrition. Guys, knowledge is power. This is a game changer. Once you know something, you can't unknow it. It changes your perspective on absolutely everything you know about that topic. Decide what's right for you. Decide for yourself what's going to work for you based on your body, your goal, your likes and dislikes. I would not have known how to do that if I hadn't empowered myself with information. So go out there and learn everything you can from verified sources about food and what it does in the body and what its role is and how to put them together, which food groups they fall under, which food groups provide which vitamins and minerals, and why we need those things. And once you know what you know, you can't unknow it, and you automatically be in a position to make healthier choices. So guys, tell me what you thought about this video in the comments below. I'd love to hear your opinions. If there's anything in particular that you use to help you stay on track that I haven't mentioned, would love to hear about it. Please subscribe to my channel for more of this information. You can also watch this video next. Thanks for watching. Have an amazing day.